Yeah, you should see a prompt showing that
Yeah,
it's being
yeah,
recorded.
it's recording now. Oh shit. I need to send
Okay.
email. Okay.
So for the pain points, I have users become frustrated when Google Maps provides inaccurate information on the best route combination. This can lead to confusion and potentially leave users stranded or taking longer routes than necessary.
Yeah,
So
I think they should go for endpoint.
do we have something like this already?
Inaccurate information. Anyway, let's see. Let's pen it first, and then let's see. Are we done?
No, there's still more. Then lack of real-time incident reporting. This is not a pain
Yeah, it is
point.
not a pain point.
Missing local
Local
insights.
insights, not a pain
So
point.
uh,
So let's go to comfort zone.
what is comfort? Okay,
You
now I'm
can just
seeing it.
click. That's why that outline is there, Ayo. That's why I created this outline so it's easier to move from one point to another.
No issues, no problems. So this is comfort, right?
Yeah.
Users needs less time consuming. What does this mean? Less time consuming transportation alternative. My user needs a reliable and less time consuming transportation. I don't understand this thing. That will help reduce his commuting time and increase work-life balance. Less time consuming transportation alternative. Uh,
Okay, can you come in here?
Then yes,
can I
please
do?
explain. Please explain. She
Okay,
wants to explain it. All
yeah,
right,
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
Oh, you. Oh, go ahead, please.
okay. So I think this is partly related to what Adi had said earlier in terms of alternative routes for transportation routes in the case of BRT and all of that. So they want to be able to know that, oh, if I'm going to be going for this particular store for anything, aside from using the Maro or any other thing, there should be another alternative that I can
Alternative
access
transport.
to get yes to my route. So
Okay. Got it. Got it. So next one, we already have something similar to that. So Ayo, the next one.
So I have optimized routes, travel, and arrival time. Users need an application that offers optimized routes, provides real-time information on estimated travel times, and
Mm,
possible suggestions for
I
off-peak
think
hours.
yeah. I think that's pretty much almost similar to what we've already picked, right? Real time information and all of that, Abby? An alternative route and book. Shay?
I mean, I probably have to look at what we've selected again, or I'll come back to it. Let me see if there's
And
more.
come back to it.
And so that person
And
to
there's
after
still other
consider.
ones.
Okay, so real-time update on bus schedules. An
And that
application
goes
that
to that
provides
same public transportation alternative.
real-time data on road conditions. An application that uses real-time data and AI-generated information. When people write AI up and down, what do people always have in mind when you're shouting AI?
I
AI-generated
think
information.
sorry,
Move, Ayo, a bit.
I think that AI should be omitted actually because I think I did this thing at the first one last night.
Hey, God, I can't hear her.
She said we
Can you
can
hear
omit
me?
the AI. She said we can omit the AI. Oh yeah, the
Okay.
next one, road condition, blah 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 blah, application that gives. Let's go to our pain point and see if we can link them together.
Traffic congestion in Lagos always leads to frequent lateness to work, increased stress level, and decreased productivity. So I like this one. I don't know if there's anything we've selected already that pinpoints this better, but
We
I think I
have
like
it's the
it.
same. It's the same thing. The user needing real time access because of traffic congestion. Users are frustrated in traffic and all of that. So it's the same. The same. Our number one is the same thing. We're just rewording it in a different way.
This is sad though. So we've not gotten six since morning.
No, but we
Unnecessary
can.
spending.
What we can do, I think we all have really great points. What we can do, I think we have three now. Yeah, my system don't freeze, but you guys can hear me. I think we have three, so we could see how we could get like a merger. Thank God the Sunday we're submitting, and then all of these other points, we can see how we can merger it to form the other three. So let's move on to our
So
ethical
let me
concern,
see
Kitty.
Emmanuel's points.
Emmanuel, don't drop.
So,
Ah,
yeah, Emmanuel
when did
has
he drop
points.
this one? That means he just dropped this one. I did not see it before. That's nice. I didn't see it when I checked this morning. Okay.
Last edit was 6 minutes ago.
You just drop them. Okay, no day. Oh yeah, let's go to zone.
Okay, so I think we've covered engaging on the user's needs. Below are just a few of mine. To save time, traffic apps can help users save time by providing them with real-time traffic information. We have this to stay safe.
Um,
Traffic apps can help users
uh-huh.
stay safe by providing them with information about road conditions. This
And we
information
have
can
that
help.
road condition, so we could merge both together. She Comfort just talked about getting information about road condition as well, so we can merge
So I'll
it
just highlight
together.
this so that we'll remember that we could
And they
use this
highlight
particular
Comfort's
one.
own too. Remember to highlight Comfort's own too. They about the road condition, so they're both the same, and then we'll see how we can merge it together.
Users want to be informed about road closures that are not captured by the state traffic management. Okay. User is frustrated about the time spent in bus terminals waiting for the
Same
buses to
thing.
arrive.
Mm,
So this is different.
okay, this is different. So
Yeah,
what is now the? This is different. This is different. I'm waiting for buses to arrive. Okay, this is different.
this is different. But the
Okay,
problem
so
is even if this is a pain point, how can you solve this pain point?
how can you solve this pain point? So I
Yeah.
think the solving of this pain point goes back to we letting them know the different bus terminals, their arrival and their departure time, which I already stated above. So if we can
So,
maybe
so
merge it together.
okay, so this is the problem. If the departure time should be 8 a.m. and I was there by 7 o'clock and the bus is yet to come, that's the problem this person is trying to talk about, I guess.
Yeah. So even if which happens most time we're in Nigeria,
So
departure
even if
time
you have a
could
solution,
be
then it can't solve this problem.
you can't solve this problem. True. That's true. But make I dey type this me as I dey talk to now. True.
Okay, so user wants to be heard and do not always want to rely on the input from app admins. I don't understand it too. Is a manual here?
I think that doesn't go.
Is he here? Okay, I don't think he's here. So it's not three of us
No, it's
regardless.
not yet.
Okay,
It's just three of us.
okay, no problem. So we have about 3 or 4 now. Where is comfort?
I'm still
Comfort.
here.
No, I'm looking for your points. Apologies. So
Oh,
where
okay.
is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one, yeah? Let me just highlight it so we can.
Yeah, no, I think it's the last one. Road
The road
Okay.
condition one. The road condition. That road condition.
Okay, close it. Okay, so I think we're done with. We'll come back, we'll refine this usernames and pinpoints. What's the next one?
I think that's KPI.
So the next one is recommendations,
Sorry.
right? Oh, sorry.
No, this recommendation is we can touch this later on. This is recommendations of how to improve
Oh,
our
the
stuff.
next one
Let's
is
go to KPI.
KPIs.
KPI
Yeah.
recommendations. We can touch recommend. I never even write any recommendation. We can touch
So
that
does
one
it-
later.
What's
KPI,
this
please.
document? Oh no, this one is a different document.
This one is a different document. This is for presentation now. This is for the pitch.
That's fine.
KPIs. Go straight to the KPI.
KPIs. So I don't have KPIs here, do I? Oh, this person doesn't
I
have
think
KPIs.
choose something. Gives KPI. So we'll start from
I
mine
have my
first.
KPI.
Okay,
And no
so
comfort you did. So start from my own KPI. Just click on
so you
KPI.
have
It takes you.
acquire 40,000 registered users on the app within the first 3 months.
Yeah, so the KPI is for the first 3 months. I saw you did 6 months. It's supposed to be 3 months, not 6 months.
Did they say it must be 3 months? I didn't
Yes,
see it
it's
anywhere.
stated. It's
It's stated
stated.
3 months, not
It's stated on the
6.
milestone. Open
3
that
months.
milestone. It's there. It's 3 months. The milestone 10 document. Sam, please list at least 3
Oh,
KPIs for your solution to achieve in the next 3 months.
I've not
If
opened
you were
this
to get
document.
40.
Sorry.
I knew when I read your work, I knew you had not opened it.
It's okay. So acquire 40,000 registered users on the app within the first 3 months. Okay. Achieve a target of 50% active users out of the total user base with daily engagements. There's no need for this with daily engagements.
Okay.
Let me remove it for you. Okay. Engage a successful collaboration with security authorities to improve the incident report, and it's not smart. As in, it doesn't tell. There's no specific thing to do.
There's no
It's not
specific thing to
measurable.
do. I know.
Achieve 20,000 reviews and feedback on Google Play and App Store. No. So you're not
It's not
looking to achieve reviews. You're actually looking to achieve a number of stars not the number of reviews. If we all review, if you have 50,000 reviews, a lot of them are 1 star. It's still busy now. You get.
No, wahala. Move on, move on. We must not take
So
all of them. It's
I
3. So we
can
are
take
taking 2. Abby,
I can take this first one. This 50% is small though. Anyone that is really looking
it's
for
the
a
3 months.
business.
So it's the first 3 months. It's not 6 months. You
So
have
you
to
are
try and be
just so it look like
realistic.
you're not signing users for fun. Your users will just come and open the app and start going.
Um,
That's what it looks like.
I
So you're
I think
saying we should change it to 100 or
No,
how
I
many
didn't say
percent?
so. I'm saying maybe
So
a
how many
60 or
percent?
70. 60 or
Okay, we
70
could
is one.
okay, we could change it. We could change it to 60 or 70.
So let's do 60 for now. And
Okay.
then here are my own KPIs. Acquire 100,000 registered users of the app within the first 6 months. So who select this because I thought it was left for me. So here I have signed an MOU with at least one of the police, road safety, or LASMA that allows them to review and contribute incidents to the app's traffic information network. So I think this one is what you were trying to say, or something like that in the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Maintain a maximum daily churn rate of this thing is a scam or 10% is too small, right? I have achieved a target of 60% active users. You've already done this. So we can do this, achieve a minimum Google Play Store of 4 stars. This 95% server uptime is another scam. Encourage a minimum of 50 user generated inputs. So I think we can take the MOU guy. What else? These Google Play ratings too can go. So I think we already have 4. How many are they asking for?
Yeah, we only need 3.
Okay, we need 3. So
Yeah, let's
comfort.
see comfort
Let's
zone.
see. Let's see what is on comforts. KPIs. I'm not seeing any number
make una
here.
no laugh.
She said, "Make una no laugh." Hey, we know that all of them are rough work. We manage her
Having
like
at
that. We
least
damn it.
having at least quite a sizable number of users, maybe like 2,000 users. 2,000 users. I like this year.
2,000.
Sorry, where are you
I
starting
prefer her
from?
number. It's more this 2,000 is more realistic than the number we choose earlier. Even me, I was lying. I was writing the number and laughing when I wrote 100,000. Yeah, so
Yeah, I saw that you're 100,000. I said, now what?
2,000 is more realistic. I think
No,
I'll
but
take
yeah,
this.
I think why I said 40,000 was I was going to say something lesser, but then I thought of the population in Lagos, only the island alone, which I know
Mm.
islanders would be very fast to jump on anything app. I don't know so much about people staying on the mainland, but I know a lot about people staying on the island. And trust me, we would love such an app to use. So only people staying on the island is in millions already.
Okay.
So that's if we're
Okay.
saying we're targeting a lesser audience, that means we're not, having like a big picture for our KPIs. And no, the KPIs is not necessarily has to be something that we don't think we can do. It should be something we think we can do. We might not meet it, but let's have it out there. Which is why they say don't be
Okay.
afraid to think big.
So let me look for the KPIs here. There is no one I can select that's better than the ones we've selected already. Comfort, if you don't mind, though. The ones we selected already are somewhat better because they are smarter, right? But the only one I
Okay.
can argue for is this 2,000. So let's keep it for now. Let's come back to the KPIs for
Did
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel right? Let's see Emmanuel.
10,000 registered users within the first 3 months. So see, I'll tell you why I am arguing for smaller numbers eventually. Have at least 40% of the registered users active. A session length of about, how are you going to force people to use your app? Can you imagine? Okay, so for these KPIs, let me come back to your KPI. So that's at these KPIs, right?
Yeah, we could reduce the number.
So
It doesn't matter.
let's do 20,000 so that we don't waste time
We
and
can
go.
take it. We can take it down.
What's the next this thing now?
The constraint, blah blah blah. The questioning.
Oh,
Name one
constraints.
potential ethical concern for your solution.
So constraints. Everyone is saying the data privacy. It's important to obtain
Yeah, I
informed
think that's
consent.
the number one for me. I thought of it, and even while I was still drafting out something rough, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Privacy.
Yeah, privacy.
Where is mine?
I think yours is privacy too. Your number one is privacy. Everybody's number one is privacy. So
I can't
privacy
see.
is
Mine is not ethical
is there.
concerns. It's privacy.
So
Okay.
privacy it is.
So we'll just select privacy and move on. We'll choose
Yeah, we
the.
need only one. We need only one.
We just choose one. We don't need. We'll
We
come
need
back
just
and choose the grammar so that it's easier for us to just use the first one. So we'll come back and look at the grammar later on. We can agree on what grammar to use. So after constraints, the next one is strategy to mitigate
to
the issue
mitigate
with
the
constraints.
constraint.
So one strategy, the person wrote privacy impact assessment. Conduct a thorough assessment of potential privacy risks and impacts associated with the app's data collection, storage. You are conducting, it's not necessarily
No,
a
you're not
solution.
acting on it. Yeah,
You're not
so
acting. So that's not.
so that's not a solution. So
So
I
data security
said
and protection. Strong security measures that will be implemented to protect users' data from encryption, access control, and regular security audits. So this is, I think this is close to what I wrote. I don't know, but
yeah, I think it's almost the same thing you wrote.
so let me see. Where's my own?
I think it's almost the same thing you wrote.
So I wrote implement strong protection, data protection measures that encryption and secure storage protocols to safeguard user adhere to relevant data protection regulations, blah, 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 blah. So I think we're okay with this thing, ethical concerns.
Okay, with privacy, yeah, we're done with that. So the next one.
So the next one then, um, strategy. Yeah, I cannot see it. Where is it?
Hey Jesus, they go start me today. And the next one is what's the next question,
So
Neo?
this person,
Just
okay,
go to my own, check the
one
question.
constraint.
I
What
can't
is one
see.
constraint on dependency? One
Yeah,
The
constraint is
next
likely to availability of, okay,
um
availability and reliability of
reliability
real-time
of
data
real-time
traffic.
data.
Okay. Strategy to solve it is diverse data sources. Okay. We'll come back to it.
And
Let's see.
community engagement. I wrote almost the same thing. I wrote three things. I wrote the same availability and reliability, internet
Internet
connectivity.
connectivity.
You can just pick one. And then I thought of exposure to technology, but then I thought again that this age and time, all these 50-year-olds, they are not really archaic anymore. They really do use technology. So I don't think that
So yeah,
flies.
we'll come back to this one. Let me see what I wrote. I don't even remember anymore when I was
I think
first
you
writing
wrote
this.
internet connectivity as well. And I think so.
So I have internet connectivity, Google Maps data, user adoption and participation, user device compatibility. So
So
internet
we need
connectivity.
just one.
So I think this internet connectivity is the strongest so far because if you don't have data, you're not going to get
Yeah, so
anything.
so if you see what I wrote internet connectivity slash data consumption. So like for some places that is no internet connectivity, there should be like an offline option, and then it should not consume too much. The app should not consume too much data if that's possible anyway.
So data consumption is not a problem. Internet connectivity is the issue. If you don't have data, you're on your own.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
the truth, now you're on your own. Okay, so
okay, so
strategies,
internet
multiple data
connectivity it
sources.
is. No.
Okay, so
Multiple
I
data
think
sources for data availability and reliability. So if we're
so.
going
If
into internet connectivity, it should be the offline option now.
yeah, so
So there's an
let's just go
offline
with
option there. And you wrote that in yours, Abby?
provide limited offline functionality such as caching essential to traffic data
Mm,
or maps, allowing users blah 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 blah. What's the next
yeah.
thing? What is
So the last thing
the
is
outcome?
assumption. What are your assumption? Your assumption about this
Is, it,
solution?
is there's no assumption here now? Oh, there's assumption. Oh,
There
hi,
is
God, I'm
so
passing.
there is. That's the last thing.
Okay, so what's the assumption here?
And go to Chisholm's own. She has assumptions.
One strategy. Name at least. Okay, users have access to smartphones and reliable internet connection. Let's just not waste our time. This is the assumption everybody has to use. Unless there is something better than this. But I mean, users have access to smartphones and reliable internet connectivity.
So
I think
that's
this
fine.
this this works. So
Just
let's go on.
one.
What's the next thing?
So the next thing is now supposed to be the slide deck. Slide deck people are nowhere to be found.
Okay, so let me show you what I
So I think
did.
they dropped a doc on the group. They said they are still working on the slide. They dropped one
Okay, so
document
I'll
earlier
just
on.
show you guys my pitch then. What I
Oh,
felt.
no, let's go through that their document first. If you can just download it and then share it as well. So let's go through that. They dropped a document of their outline, their pitch outline. Sorry,
Okay.
slide outline.
7 o'clock.
Like people have taken 1 hour from my work because my multitasking sucks, and I can't be making calls and talking at the same time.
Introduction, problem statements, research findings, proposed solution, user feedback, our pitch conclusion. What's this for? Can you guys still see my screen?
Oh, shit.
Comfort, are you still here?
Your screen is blank.
Blank.
I'm trying to.
So I'm looking at the. No, this is not. I felt it was already something they had done.
Have you opened their page?
So I'm on the page. This is slide deck objectives. This is the outline they plan to use.
Their outline rather.
So slide 1, include the project name and names of all team members. Okay. State your problem in 1 sentence. The traffic situation in Lagos, which is fluctuating, draining. Which kind of English is this? Oh, it looks like I don't have the data access. Okay, so you guys can see this thing now, bah?
Trust me, I never even opened the document. So
What is Comfort? Comfort, are you here?
Oh, true. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay, good. So which of these problem statements or problems should you take then?
so this the GCI Geo, it's on infrastructure. I mean GIC, whatever, it's infrastructure.
I can see it. Slide 3, make it personal. Describe one personal group of people. You already created a user persona for your problem.
Yeah, we have a user personnel. I don't know if you have access to it, but we have a user personnel that we.
So there's a user persona here, an office worker. I don't know what that means. 28-year-old office worker. This is not clear. So is this what you guys used earlier on?
No, so it was 2 user personnel that she did. Well, no, not do now. So I don't even know which one they chose. It was 2. One was a business person, and one was somebody that stays at the outskirts of Lagos. So I guess they decided to pick that one. I don't think that person should be the main target because the person is living in the outskirts of Lagos. I think the main target should be someone living in Lagos.
So I think this user persona thing, to drive it home, when I was doing the pitch outline, I'd already suggested using maybe someone like a banker or someone who has to at least travel from the mainland to the island or the island to the mainland.
And yeah, I guess that's why they use this person. This person, Ahmed, he works
But
in.
this
I don't
is
know where he
residing in the
works.
outskirts of Lagos. Let's not
Yes,
consider
I don't
this
like. Yeah, I don't like the idea of residing that. I don't know. I didn't know they picked this.
So
There were 2
let's
persons, so we
let's
can
come back
edit
to this
it.
thing
We
so
can
that I
edit
can.
it. We can edit it instead of this outskirts of Lagos. We can put someone that lives in Lagos. That should be a better person. That should be when they say me everybody do their user personnel, we didn't do it. She did 2 persons. She did
Oh,
sorry, Comfort. Let me
I actually
finish.
did user persona. Oh, sorry,
We didn't
Comfort.
share it.
Please go ahead.
You didn't share it. Sorry, Comfort. Let
Sorry.
me just finish. Sorry, let me finish, please. So we can get someone that lives in Lagos. So she did two, then she did a business person, and then she did this guy. If you have your own IO, who's the person that you did, you can share that and then share that with the group. So we can just have that person as our user personnel. Because I think our user personnel should be someone living in Lagos, as opposed to someone living in the outskirts of Lagos, because outskirts of Lagos literally means Ogun State, right? So it should be better with somebody living in Lagos. That's my contribution.
Okay,
So you can go
Comfort, go
Comfort.
ahead.
Okay. I think pretty much Adia said everything. So we just check through and then pick one.
I need to go and get an earphone because I can't hear what you're saying. Okay. So slide 4 to 6, factual information. Breakdown of passengers daily commuting modes in Lagos. Sorry, I didn't join. I joined you guys late. What does this graph say about traffic in Lagos?
So this
Can
graph
you-
literally talks about the different traffic modes, different transportation modes rather that people use in Lagos. So people use more of downfalls and minibuses, and I think we had just three visualization. We had this one, we had one that was on population, and we had another one on peak hours for traffic, and then we had one on vehicles registered in Lagos, which I did not agree affects traffic anyway, but that was Emmanuel's, because I'm like, there could be vehicles registered in Lagos and are not driven in Lagos, so that cannot really determine traffic. So this mode of transportation shows the amount of people that uses these downfalls and mini buses, and we'd be like, if these people can be transferred to using public buses, this load, that full amount of mini buses and downfalls on the road will be taken out. I don't know if you understand what this is literally explaining, this graph itself. So
I still have a problem.
if you have
I
a
still have
better
a
graph,
problem with this
you can
graph.
share it.
No problems.
What's
will
the
come back
problem
to
you
this.
have? What's the problem you have with it? We're
So my
literally coming
problem
back
is,
to everything.
I joined you guys late now. That's the problem in the first place. My problem is this particular graph does not clearly state anything about traffic in Lagos.
So I don't know which. I'm just coming back here, and I don't know which one they choose. Is it just this one they put?
Oh, you can't see my screen.
No, I'm seeing
So
your
I'm
screen.
looking.
Is it just this one they put? There's no other graph. Okay, they
Okay,
use the
oh, look at there's
population.
another graph here. One
There
on
are other
population.
graphs. There are other graphs. There are other graphs
Population.
now.
Waiting concern population and traffic.
Population literally
Uh,
shows the amount of people living in the city, and it's a growing population. That means if traffic is not handled, more people will be coming into the city, and there will be more congestion. What's causing congestion in the first place is the people in the city now, and the fact that there are no
okay.
alternative transportations, and there's no good access to any other solution to mitigate transportation. So population is a big factor, because that people be population, and it's people that are on the roads at the end of the day.
So I get where you're coming from, so that I'm not too argumentative, yeah. If you look at some other countries with more population than Nigeria, take Indonesia, take say maybe Russia, they may not have about the same kind of traffic Nigeria has, regardless of their population. So population may not be the direct cause.
No, so it's not I'm not saying population is the only cause. Yes, it literally contributes to it, because that's why there are so many people on the roads. But we talked about causes of traffic, and then what are the major causes of traffic in Lagos? We highlighted bad roads, we highlighted streamlined transportation, because everyone is literally on the road. There are very few jetties, or very few what's it called, the rail station that they did is only, I think, it's only working on the mainland. There's no one on the island to start off, and it's not even everywhere on the mainland. So access to alternative transportations is one of the reasons why everybody uses road transportation. And everybody using road transportation they are not good enough public buses. So a lot of people drive their private cars, and others use the normal downfalls and minibuses, which is what that graph showed. So if we can be able to move people from using downfalls and minibuses into using public regulated buses, that takes away downfalls and minibuses from the road. So that leaves at least lesser congestion on the road, because if everybody is now on public transport, people are not driving their cars, people are not entering minibuses and downfalls, they're only on public transportation and maybe just few private cars, that will reduce the amount of congestion. Then if the bad roads are fixed, that works. But our solution, we cannot fix the bad road.
Okay, you know what? Let's just come back to this. Let's move
So our
on.
solution,
We'll come back to this thing so that we can.
we're doing. When are coming back to these things? We're coming back to these things more. You're the one making me
No,
explain
I'm
all
making
over
you explain
again,
all over
because
again
I've all
because
gone
look,
through
think about
this.
it.
And yeah, so we have all gone through this
So
before.
if you guys accepted this
We have
thing
gone
before,
through this before.
and no one had any issues with it, I'm thinking about it now.
So what's your issue with it?
So-
What's your own issue and what's your own suggestion?
So see,
Because
look about that.
you've raised your eyebrow, and I've explained what's literally here.
So hang on. What I would have thought we could do is, say, for example, look at the amount of time everyone spends in traffic on average in Lagos in comparison to what it is in, say, Accra, in Dakar, some other African countries. I say in Africa, it's very, very evident that Lagos is the city with the most traffic. Look at it. On average, people spend 3 hours, 50 minutes. In Accra, people spend just 1 hour in traffic. Something like that.
So this is something we can still put. So nothing is set in stone yet. We can still have that. I think I was almost working on something on that, but we had limited time. And of course, the new week you're jumping on something else. So you leave whatever it is that you're working on in the first place. So before we decided on our solution, the first week was the problem. And then what was your visualization on the problem? And we had to pick only 2. I don't even know which one is this one again here. I don't know what's that last one that I can't see it clearly.
So you see this time thing.
I think that's peak time. That's peak time. So sorry, Ayo. The one you're talking about now showing the amount of time spent in traffic. I think we even have something written, but we don't have a visualization of it. So we can work on a visualization of it and put it in place, and then we can take out that bus stuff, the mode of transportation. We can remove that one and then put this other one that you're talking about. So if we can have that graph, why not? It's editable. We remove and put them there and explain it. Simple.
Okay. So for this second graph, what we can have with this second graph is, instead of just one chart, you can have 2 charts. 2 charts, one showing population, no problem, how the population of, say, Lagos or wherever is growing, and how the average time spent in traffic in Lagos is also growing in population.
And so that's what I'm saying we should add. That's what I'm saying you should add. Now, the time spent in traffic, we can add that. We can add that to it. We don't have to put too many visualizations in the first place, too many graphs or whatever. So we can add that, the amount of time spent in traffic from whatever year to whatever year, or from whatever week to whatever week. We can have a graph of that. So that I've delegated that stuff to you. Do it. You're supposed to be someone myself. I'm supposed to have been making calls since 6, but I have stopped and I've been on this for 1 hour now. So
don't delegate it to me. Delegate it to whoever it is that did the graph.
I'm delegating it to you. Okay. I did all of this. These 3 graphs you're seeing here, I did them.
Okay, but now, what is your proposed solution? Show us your solution. Okay. Share 2 needs and pain points. Okay. Recommendations and changes. So there's nothing in this slide now. It looks like a soft slide. It's very easy to do.
And yeah, it's a soft slide. So they've not done the hard. That's what I was saying, that they said they've not done. They said they were going to do it before 6 o'clock. My dear, ALS will not, you and ALS will not kill me. And they've not done the the main slide, but this is the outline that they want to follow. So we can, Comfort, are you laughing? So we can put that other graph that you're suggesting, which I think is a good idea. I actually thought of it too, but I didn't have enough time to work on that, to look for that. Getting data in Nigeria, getting information in Nigeria is very hard. It's not easy to source out. So if you can help us with that one, we would appreciate it a lot, to put the the time spent in traffic graph. God bless you.
I'm not giving any assurances. Right after this call, now we'll go and pray first. Before I'll now come back and start doing some other things for work. So on the next one, what's the last
So
one?
are we
Where's
done?
this?
We're done with the slides, Abby?
There's nothing else here now. After the graphs, there's nothing else.
That's
They're just
pretty much
writing out.
all. Okay.
So the last one, what's the last one?
Is the outline, the pitch outline now?
Let me see. Video URL. Okay. So yeah, for the pitch
So did you
outline,
check the video? Did you check the requirements? Anyway, we'll do that when we are recording, Sha.
what requirements
But
is that?
there was a requirement before here. If you see that milestone 10, they said, excuse me, they said make sure the video meets all the, excuse me, requirements.
Hang on, let me go and look for what requirements it is.
I have
I
the
think
requirements of the video.
yeah,
Where,
it's
where do I
before.
get it?
And that was your job, Save to true comfort.
There's a video recording
You and
checklist.
Ayo, the other Ayo.
Well, Sha, I don't know what requirements it is, but I already wrote out something like this in my head. I've given access to everyone. It's anyone can edit this document. So maybe you can look at it
Yeah,
and
just put it on. Probably put it on view instead of edit. But anyway, no problem. We are mature people. We will not scatter it.
if you scatter it, no problem too. It's good. So I've filled in all these spaces.
Yeah, so I like this beginning. You know, I said I was going to talk to you about something, but I've gotten so busy and I forgot. I was going to tell you that intro would be, you know, have you ever been stuck in traffic in Lagos? Like, how did your experience go? But then again, I thought of it that, you know, anyway, when we are talking on the pitch, I guess we'll do that. So, but I think the introduction is great. I like the introduction, but I was thinking maybe we're going to add something else. A video of a typical traffic situation in Lagos. Awesome.
So maybe you guys should just go through the documents and maybe make your comments. I've given everyone edit access, so you can scatter it if you like.
Okay. So on the slides, yeah, you have this has to work with the slide that they now later bring.
So on the slide part,
yeah. So this is the slide that you put. This is what I say you should put. This how long are the average hours that people spend in traffic and all of that. So this is something that we have to include.
I already thought it was available, you know, because I didn't join you guys from the start. So that's why now
my dear, it was not available. It's the way you people have been doing since. That's how you people have been doing from the beginning.
The slide was so there were some things that from what I thought about the pitch for, there were some things that have to be available on the slide. And since I don't know what they've done on the slide prior to now, I just wrote some of them out.
Yeah, so we can have that. So we can have this. I think this is important too. Like I mentioned, I thought of it later on, but I couldn't revisit it. So I think this is something that we can have and include. So this should go like showing the amount of time that people spend. It could be like a graph that is probably growing or whatever. But the problem is we only have between today and tomorrow to do that. Because I think we have to at least finish the editing by Sunday and then submit it. So we have to do tomorrow.
This ending, who is doing the editing? Who agreed to do the editing?
Did you agree editing? When we dropped everything in the group, you did not agree
someone
editing.
wrote it on the group that he or she
Chisom said no. She said she's a content creator, so she can assist with the editing. I can assist with the editing. We said assist.
What does that mean? Why are you stressing the assist?
That means if there's somebody better at it, the person can take it up and then we just assist them. I do a couple of editing, but I would not say I'm a pro. But yeah, I do editing too.
It's no problem.
Now, wow, see them.
Imagine. So look at the strong final statement there.
Yeah, whoever be you.
Look at my accent now. It's a very strong accent. I don't have
Oh really? So we're going by accent right now. Okay.
If you compare your accent to mine, Comfort.
And I don't want to do this thing. Comfort, you're not talking now.
Comfort, will you do the video? I've already written everything.
I've already written everything. It's just to read it, Abby.
It's just to read it out, though. There's not much you're just opening your mouth and saying all the things that we've written.
Right.
And that's it.
Right. No problem.
Comfort.
We can sort that out tomorrow.
So I'm thinking whoever is doing the editing should be able to do overlays, right? Video overlays where
And yeah,
as
so I know
vectors
how to
come.
do. I know, but I don't know which app we're gonna use because I normally do my editing on my phone. I have a YouTube channel which I've never posted on for eons because I've been too busy. So I normally do my editing on my phone, but this one is going to be different because I think we have to film with camera here. Thank God we're here. Does anybody have a mic? I used to have the one I used to borrow, but the owner have left my estate, so I cannot borrow again. And I think we have to need like a mic so we're properly edible. I don't know how your constay hub is. Is there enough lighting there?
And you can bring bulbs now. Well,
Which
happy will
bulbs? Where
receive
you want for
you.
bring the bulbs? I'm
LED
asking. I don't
bulbs.
have. I don't have any bulb or any
And
ring lights.
we'll ask
So
them to
when
be
I
involved tomorrow now
so
if they
because
can
when I
get.
do my videos, I used to do it with natural light. So I just stay close to my window, the window by my room, and it's very bright. I do it in the mornings when the sun is just up. So I don't
And
know.
come,
Then we
come
have.
to think of it, Costain Hub would have been really nice if you guys can come to Costain Hub because
And you know,
um,
we've decided on the Costain hub already now. I didn't go to my hub today. I'm coming there tomorrow. People have decided to contribute my transport money, so I am coming tomorrow.
who is these people? Are they contributing mine as well?
Are you not staying close to Costi? What's that? What are you saying? I'm
It
coming from
doesn't
Aja.
matter. I'm still spending regardless.
But I'm coming from
This
Aja, so compare the money. You don't want to run away, you're arguing. I'm coming from Aja, compare the money. I beg, I'll
will
do that. Let's conclude.
will be all right. So quickly, on the attention grabber, I think since you're okay with this for now,
Yeah,
if you want
yeah,
to add
yeah, for
anything to
now.
it,
So we might add.
no
So
problem.
where does the user personnel come into play where we get stuck on the user personnel? And please, can you share your own? You said you have one that you are done. Can you share it on the
Uh,
group? Because I don't
I,
agree with that ASCII stuff.
I'll look for the user persona and share it. I
Please
don't know
look
if
for
I
it and
saved the
share it.
document because when I
Oh,
saw
okay, I've
someone and
seen it.
already done user persona, and I said I don't need again now.
No, but I said everybody should share their own that day. You
Ah,
literally frustrated me because I didn't work on it, but nobody
no
else shared. So
problem.
just her.
I'll look for the user persona I did. I'm hopeful I saved it. If I didn't
Okay, so
save it,
the
that's
so
another message. Let me just
please
type
find it
persona and
too.
see whether it will come up.
Comfort, are you still here? Come be like say, let me and you did the meeting. No, I need to go back to calls soon after 7. Yeah, you have it.
Okay, so I have the persona here, so no
Yeah,
problem.
so we use that one.
I'll share it later.
Okay.
Where is it?
Um,
Where is this
man, the
document?
tabs when you open for your this thing plenty. If me I open this kind of tab, my system go your crash.
And this is just one of my instances on Google Chrome. I have two other instances,
No,
but
my
I'll
system
open
now.
like
I,
this.
I think I need to buy a new one. If there are too many tabs open, it will just start freezing.
I have this the way the tabs are open like this. It's open on another Chrome and another one.
Yeah,
So
I
two.
normally have like 2, 3 comes too. Back to work, back to work. Okay.
Okay, so on this
So
purpose, as a result
I
of the
think we're
message,
done, Abby. I
so
can't really see so well.
oh, you can't see. How about now?
Yeah, better. Why you can't do that kind of thing? I know they shook my eye inside since. Headache.
This is how I use my documents.
My head has been ringing. This is better.
So
Mm-hmm.
as a result of this message, what do I want my audience to do? I want them to think about times when they've been caught up in traffic. I had to miss out on appointments or attend them late. This could lead to lost deals overall, more frustration. So that's after the attention grabber, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And then we go to the agenda, and then
so
you
how am
talk
I going to
about
accomplish my objectives? That is what is my agenda for delivering the
the
message.
message.
So I said you should talk about the choice persona, insert name, an intelligent economics graduate who loves to have fun, lived in Port Harcourt and came to Lagos to interview for a job, missed the opportunity to interview with GT Bank as Google Maps suggested a route that had a blocked road, and he wasted time in getting the right way to the office. The persona eventually got a job as a commercial bank relationship manager with Access Bank, where he has to manage businesses. He must visit at least 5 businesses or clients every work day. The traffic situation always makes him stressed and frustrated at the end of the day. So something around that, just maybe press around that issue. So what's the benefit for the audience? The benefit for the audience
Yeah,
is
what's his name?
as investors, the audience can invest in the solution and earn returns. Personally, they can benefit from the solution by knowing whether to go somewhere or not based on real-time traffic updates in their chosen locations. If they really plan to go out, they will know the best routes to take and when best to leave their departure points. They can also get notifications on incidents that could lead to road congestions for their choice locations that they have created on the app.
Okay.
So the body, yeah, I would say the body should have those visualizations, information on persona, pictures of the app where so the guys will do the slides. Let me not stress my life. So in the closing, remind them about the traffic situation in Lagos and how long people spend in traffic, how the solution aims to significantly reduce the amount of time people spend in traffic in Lagos while improving their life and reducing stress. So exactly what.
Wait, my brother, wait. Remind them. You know, right? Waiting when they remind them. Here you say, my job is just to be reading, but you do not write what I'm reading. You just say, remind them. So I'll read, remind them about the
Oh
traffic
no,
situation
that's
in
not what I
Lagos.
meant though.
You said my
You're
job
your
is
own.
just to be reading. It's just to be reading what you are reading. So that means I'm reading what you are reading.
So you're supposed to read it, analyze, and then speak. You know,
No, I'm
apologies.
supposed to read what you wrote now. So
No,
I'll
no,
read.
no,
So remind them about the
no.
traffic
That
situation.
can work. Apologies.
So it has to be something I can read out. So it's an outline. Yes, it's guiding me, but it doesn't necessarily mean I have to say things word for word. I can always rephrase or paraphrase or
Sure,
whatever.
sure. I trust
It's
me.
written on it.
You'll be all right.
I blow you. You never say my transport body, but shall I write what I want to say in it inside?
Are you
Now
saying?
tomorrow morning I gotta read all these things.
And you read it tomorrow, you'll be fine.
Voila.
Okay, so action item, we want them to invest 100K for an opportunity to own 40% of the company.
So how do you tell them to invest 100K? So
Who?
write
Who
it.
is?
Write
Sorry,
it
say
now.
that.
How will I tell them? Okay, how will either I or Comfort? This one Comfort has gone in my with. How will we tell them to invest 100K
By reading
when we
this
are
thing and
doing the
internalizing it
polish?
and knowing how best to frame it now.
So how will we frame it?
See problem. So, so,
Hello?
so the thing is, everybody's diction is different.
Hello?
Welcome back, oh Comfort.
No, I've been here already.
But you have not been talking. I've called you like 20 times.
I've been here, I'm listening to you guys. I think
Oh,
basically, Ayo has given us an outline of what to. I think it's better we do link whatever we're going to say to the intern. So at the end of the day, we don't end up like keep our first now, maybe bring it out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, which is pretty much what I was saying, right? So we should have something, we should have a statement for each of all of these outlines. So
Like,
even though we're not saying it exactly the same,
exactly,
but we already
yes.
have something that we want to say. That's what I was saying, Ayo. So we already have something we want to say, how we want to say, but it does not necessarily mean we say like that, but it's kind of like a guideline on how we're going to say, yeah, this is telling us,
exactly.
and this is telling us what to say, but write out how will we say it. So I want you to invest 100,000
You
US
have said it
dollars.
now. You
No,
see,
no, no,
this
Jesus
no,
thing
no,
is
no,
Christ.
no, no, no. I don't think comment like that is going to
Yeah,
bring out
coming like that is too
the essence of
straightforward.
what
It's
we
too
need. It's
out.
just you could say something
By
like, why not grab the opportunity to make an
hey, oh
investment?
yeah, write down. Comfort,
thank you, Comfort.
write
Same thing
down.
I want.
Comfort, please write it. As it's in your head now, you're right. It, disappear.
So, as I said, you guys have access to this, but let me confirm. Function F11. Oh, where is it? Good. So let me go and drop this
Please,
link.
and please drop it on the group. Comfort, I love you. I think your ideas are amazing. Just be writing it like that. So tomorrow we'll go through them. Then what time are we agreeing on meeting in Costain tomorrow? What time are we coming to the hub?
I thought we agreed 12 o'clock.
Oh, I've got this document
So we're
before.
doing
Now, what
12.
is it?
You have dropped it before. Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
I
it's the
think you
same
dropped
thing.
it already. Okay. 12 is fine. Okay. I don't know how long it will take me to get there from here. Maybe I should leave like 10. I don't even know. But okay.
Are you coming in from
12.
Aja?
Yes, I'm coming from Aja.
I think you should leave a bit early because of the traffic issue over there.
I'm coming from Aja. But
You
tomorrow
use
is
our app.
Saturday. Which app? Apple will never bring come aside. Then even speaking on I don't know why the Emmanuel didn't join this meeting. Because they are supposed to put the wireframe. So I was thinking, are we going to put it like that or are we going to edit it? Anyway, we can decide on all of that tomorrow, Sha.
What's the last thought I want them to live with?
Yeah.
So you're going to help them imagine a Lagos where everyone already updates incidents that could lead to
That's like
traffic.
Nairobi, Abi. Lagos like Nairobi, that there's no traffic
Yeah.
and then the roads are
And
free
we can move freely and live stress free. Then you show a video of cars in Lagos moving without
of
any trouble.
cars in Nairobi. Wait, find the video for us. What is video? You're just giving us assumption videos. You're not telling us when we see the video. Ayo.
It's for the person doing the editing. Now that person has to be
Now,
That's
wow, you know, you say we are not experts.
me. I don't do editing videos.
Okay, tomorrow we all of us will die in that or stay up tomorrow.
Maybe it's 2 p.m. I would have to go for another meeting. You people will be all right.
Now, wow. Anyways, I think we're are we do we have anything else to add? I was really thinking these guys would come up with these slides today so we can
So
touch it
the
as
slides will
well.
help. If they can
Yeah.
share, if they can share a Google slide instead of PowerPoint, I can
Yeah, it's
start
a
helping
Google
get
slide.
it
No, it's a
one step.
Google. It's supposed to be on a Google slide. We literally do everything on Google Workspace, so it's supposed to be a Google slide. So I was thinking they were going to share that, but I don't know. I don't know. I think they said they shared something, a template or something. Is it in that? Please go back to that their slide. I think they said there was a team or something they wanted us to pick out of. Please
And
go back to that their doc. I am Jesus 724.
I think what
Anyways,
they shared was more like the slide deck sample for us to pick whichever one we want.
okay, yeah, templates, and yeah, I remember they said they shared this, so they can
and
just do
yes,
this thing on. They're using slide. Is it Google? Is Google right?
I think the first thing here is okay, they have to go through sorry presentation first before getting it through to Google
Why don't we
Slide.
just use Google Slides direct? I think that would be better.
you're not talking to the person that's doing the slide now. The person doing the slide is
Yeah,
not
that's
here.
true.
You could just suggest it for them. You can
Yeah,
give them a suggestion to
I think
just go
I
through
think using Google Slides would be nicer because everyone can easily just. That's why I like Google Workspace. That's literally what we work with at my office. So everyone can always get to, collaborate at the same time and literally get things done. So I think
For
that
those
would
of
be
us that
better.
worked, for those of us that worked in banks years ago, you can still use Office now. You just need to sign in with your OneDrive.
I know that
If
one is
everyone
just
signs in with
a
their
long
OneDrive, you
journey.
can collaborate.
Yeah, I know you can collaborate, but the good part about Google Workspace is that it saves your information in real time. So I've worked a couple of times with Excel and PowerPoint too, and by mistake, maybe I know save, I know remember save my laptop off. It is over.
No, if you are using OneDrive, if you are saving on
Yeah,
OneDrive,
if I'm
no, it's
saving,
not
so if
saving.
I'm not saving on OneDrive, that's what I'm saying. If I'm not saving on
If
OneDrive,
you're not saving
it
on
has
OneDrive
happened
on
to
your
me a
own
couple of
now,
times. Yeah, it has happened to me a couple of times. I almost cried.
so
But
guys, I think
anyways,
we are
that's
done
that.
now,
I think
Abby.
we're done.
Let
Yeah,
me
I think
run.
we're done. So we're meeting 12. Hopefully
Au
these guys,
revoir.
we can just drop wait for your au revoir. We can drop our suggestions on the group for them concerning what you think about the slides. Drop the meeting time for tomorrow. Then Ayo, please, I know you're very busy, but I like the idea of that visualization that you brought. I beg you in the name of God, after you finish praying, just help us and do it. Thank you very much. And you're a darling, and then drop it for them too so they can have it to add in the slide.
Okay, bye bye, guys.
you
Have a good
don't
Ah, finally I can get to go.
all right, guys. Thank you guys for joining. See you guys tomorrow. I'll be coming to collect my transport money. All right. Thank
Same here.
you.
Me, I'll need my transport money too. Bye bye.